morning. It is Patrick and the people, and it is Monday. Listen, we had a big event this weekend, and something went wrong with our board, and so we're going to have to get that fixed. So if you didn't hear an intro there, it's because we're on our backup board right now. So hopefully everybody can hear us. The screen could look a little wonky. I don't know what's going to. It's going to be interesting to say the least. Welcome to the show, Chad and Amanda.
Good morning.
Good morning.
See if they can they hear you on the mic, Amanda?
Good morning.
All right, there we go. There we go.
I'm loud enough.
Yeah. Well, we're only going to have two mics today. Again, this is the backup board, so it's kind of a jam situation, but we're going to make do and have a little bit of fun, man. What a great, amazing event over the weekend that we had. If you did not get a chance to watch or come to Arkansas, it was a massive success. I mean, it was unbelievable just how many people came out to the event. It was amazing. It was, I mean, we had probably, I don't know, a couple hundred people at least as guests. We streamed to several thousand, watched it live. And the stream was great. We had great commentators. Just, all around, it was such a positive event, and everybody just had an amazing time. Amanda, what was your take on it?
I had a great time. I mean, I was really I was shocked whenever I was pulling up because I thought I got here kind of early, and parking was packed. We were already lining the roads, and I saw a bunch of kids getting out and walking up.
Yeah,
I
a lot of
love
kids.
that. Kids had a great time. I thought it was amazing how they were able to get everything set up in that space. The scaffolding, the bleachers, the VIP, being able to stream and have all the setups that they had. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, and a big shout out to, speaking of setups, to Dads After Dark.
Oh, yeah.
They came in. They had a nice commentator set up and did a great job. It was great to have those guys there with us. They're so cool, and enjoyed them being part of it. It was awesome.
They had a really slick setup.
Unfortunately, excuse me. Unfortunately, I did lose my match. I got ripped off.
Yeah, you were cheated.
I was cheated, but that's
I'm
fine.
pretty sure you cheated.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that I was ripped off, but I will tell you this.
Rematch.
We're going to work that out. But let me tell you what happened is on the match probably lasted. Our match was probably 15 minutes or so.
God bless America.
Yeah, and in about I'd say about minute 5 or so is when it went wrong for me, and Jimmy Buffet landed on me, and I was on the bottom rope, right on my bottom 2 ribs, and when it hit, his weight came down on that rope. I thought I broke my ribs, honestly. Now I know they're bruised. I mean, I almost went to the ER after the show, but you know what? I kept going. I finished it,
Yeah.
One way or the other. Did finish it, but man, you talk about painful. As a matter of fact, I was in so much pain. I had 3 home showings after that.
Mm-hmm.
And Laura, I said, can you drive? Because it was like I was having trouble breathing, it was just, man. No, she was not. She did not feel sorry for me.
Not
One
at all.
iota. No, she was like,
No.
you did this to yourself. You know that,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, no, I can't complain one bit. I just can't drive either.
Choices.
So, yeah, right. But what a great event. And so thankful to all of the people, all the fans that came out and supported us.
I got to hold Latasha's baby.
Latasha's
Yeah,
baby
I
was
got
so
to meet.
cute.
I got to meet Latasha finally. A bunch of folks, but
Yeah,
I
you got to meet little doggy.
Yes, I did get to meet little doggy. Good morning, little doggy. But I got to hold Latasha's baby, and that is just the cutest.
Yeah.
Little, I want to bite the cheeks.
Oh, I know that.
Oh,
Even I stopped, and
Yes.
I don't ever think babies are cute. I think
No.
they all kind of are
No,
ugly,
yeah.
honestly.
They
But,
are all ugly. As soon
But
as y'all are
Latasha's
ugly.
baby, I stopped and looked
Oh
at
my
it and said,
God.
man, that baby's cute right there.
Oh, and I got to see Wendy. I got to hug Wendy.
Oh, yeah, Wendy came. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody, I think, was showing up and
Mrs.
showing out.
Bundy.
Yeah, it was just fantastic.
I hadn't
Kristen,
seen
good
her.
morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kristen.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Rich.
Hello.
Good morning, Sean.
Sean.
Chris. Yeah, it's CJ,
Hell yeah, we should get Theo on.
Carrie.
Yes, what's
That
up?
would be
Yeah,
awesome.
no,
Should
that'd
get
be
Vaughn.
great. That'd be a win. I'll be honest with you. I'd love to have Theo Bond
Yeah.
myself. Who wouldn't? You
Yeah.
know, he's one of the hottest commodities in the
You
market
seen
right
Vaughn
now.
is what the other day at the
What?
when they set his chair up and he fell in the chair.
Oh yeah, at the inauguration
That
when
was
he broke the
pretty
chair.
funny, man.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, you know. But that's
Only
such
him.
a
Oh,
Theo
Theo
Bond
Vaughn was
moment.
there?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. A lot of people.
One of the
a lot
Pauls was sitting behind him and supposedly rigged his chair. That's what he said at first. Now they're all.
He said what?
He was
One of
bringing
the Pauls?
Yeah, because one of the
Oh,
Pauls
one
was
of the
behind him.
Pauls. He
Like,
felt like rigged the
yeah.
chair. That's hilarious. Well, that would make sense. That would fit their mo.
Was it Jake or Logan?
I don't know the difference in
Okay.
them two dudes, man.
He said, I don't know. There was one of
They're
the
both
Pauls. They
jackasses.
look the
Well, I
same
know.
to
I was
me.
just wondering, you know, because I had this theory
That's
Logan's
hilarious.
been in treatment since WrestleMania. So.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Michael.
Uh-oh.
Michael said, good morning. Such a fun event. Patrick, you did great. Well, thank you, man. I mean, first time to do that. And, you know, I probably had, I'm going to guess, 8 total hours tops of any kind of conversation and or training. You know, the day before,
That
the
day.
day of, really was the most of it. You know, we talked through it before that, but yeah, it was a wild event. It was wild to do it. You know, I spent time learning how to fall back, how to, you know, because you got to, you know, when you get hit, you got to fall the right way to be safe, right? And when you're running into a guy that's 6'1" and field dress is about 350, you know, that's a big dude. You know, that dude's a big guy.
I never really noticed how big he was until I see him in the ring next year. I was like,
Yeah,
that's a big dude.
like he's way bigger than I am, but you know, by a good almost 140, 150 pounds, you know, and
man.
so you got to learn how to take that hit
Right.
when it comes to you and not hurt yourself. And obviously, I failed.
Yeah.
No, that's
You
not the
didn't
case.
fail,
That
man.
was just a mishap that occurred in the ring. There's no one to blame there.
Yeah.
Chris said he's watching from Reno, Nevada.
That's
Hey man,
awesome.
that's dope,
That's
man.
really
Thank you so
cool.
much. What are you doing in Reno? Are you up there to see the ladies or gamble, or that's where you live? What's going on in
No
Reno,
comment.
man? I'd love to
He's
know.
joining the sheriff's department.
There you go.
Is that what's happening?
Well, Reno's got the coolest.
Oh, Reno
sheriff.
911.
Very cool.
I love Gay
Officer
Terry.
Oh, so
Gay
fun.
Terry's my favorite
So
on
fun.
Reno 911.
He's
Nick
so
Swartzen's
good. Yeah,
character.
He's so funny.
Yeah, that man,
So
that dude
funny.
cracks me up.
He's really good in Grandma's Boy too.
Oh, I
really
do
like
like that one.
We
Yeah.
watched that last night.
That is
Grandma
such
Boy.
a slept-on movie.
It is so funny.
I
It's
like
really
it. They
funny.
said it didn't make no movie or no money until
Hey.
it came out on DVD and stuff like that.
That's
That's one of the
fine.
movies. But
Yeah.
It's in heavy rotation
Nah,
at
I
our
love
house.
that
No, that's a good
Your
one.
shit's weak.
The guy that plays the
What's high score mean?
the other gamer who's the robot guy.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
he's so good in that role, man. He's so good in that role.
How did he see me?
Yeah, no, that stuff
Stand
is
next to the
great.
wall.
Or
I just want to get you a black coat.
what about the one guy who plays the quarterback in Waterboy, and he's the one with the lion. He's like the crazy
yes,
drug friend.
Dante.
Yeah, the crazy drug friend.
The king of the jungle, bro.
Yeah, that's right. Drew Allen, good morning,
I'm
Drew. Thank
sorry.
you for coming out, man. So
Good,
glad
no
that you did. Hope you had a good time, buddy. It was a lot of fun.
We're gonna
So,
have to take the armrest off these chairs.
yeah, is it driving you crazy? I see that. Lots of noises going on here. There you go. Get them all adjusted there, people. Let's get to a little news and see what's going on if you need it. If you feed your pet raw food, take a pause. Health officials urging pet food companies to increase safeguards due to the rise of cat illness and deaths from bird flu. The contaminated pet food and raw milk is what's apparently been the cause. It started in 2022 and it's spread amongst domestic and feral cats. So the FDA recommends pet owners cook all raw pet food to help eliminate the risk.
Why not? Why wouldn't you cook it to begin with?
I don't know. I mean,
How do you cook a cat food?
well, I was
Number
gonna
one,
say,
I'm not cooking for you. I love you, but I'm not cooking
well,
for my
I
animals.
was gonna.
Man, my
I
new
barely cook
dog,
for my
like I gotta
kid.
put in like probiotics and I gotta put in this. It's like making a meal. Like,
Well, a
when I
dog
eat
and a
my
cat
Yes,
are a little
Joel.
different though because cats eat everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
sounds
they
like
eat
a cat
rabbits,
eat a
they
rat.
eat rats,
Like,
mice.
yeah,
I mean,
like,
I would think raw food would,
be cool.
of anybody. But let's see, it's tax seasons. That
Man.
could mean a refund.
No,
According to this,
no.
the problem is we might rely on them too much. A credit Karma survey determined nearly 40% of taxpayers rely on their refund to get
That's
by.
not our fault.
The age group that needs them the most, millennials,
Everybody.
50% are leaning heavily on them. More than half said they need the money because everything's so expensive. Well, no shit.
Yeah.
Thanks
yeah.
for that brilliant
Yeah.
insight.
We know. Like,
Yeah, everybody knows.
It's not our fault. Brandon, Chad can't switch sides because of the mic situation, and yes, Joel, we
What
do
up?
know about the camera options on the screen.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Monday, boo.
Yeah.
Roll with it. I was
Chad's
gonna say the
buried
same thing.
behind
Oh my
some kind
gosh.
of thing on the screen.
Oh,
yeah.
I get it, Brandon. You just want Chad to switch sides so that
There's
you can
Chad.
see him and not see me.
That's hilarious.
I see.
Did anybody watch SNL? Does anybody care about it?
I've tried. I ain't gonna. I fell asleep, man. I sound like an old.
I can't stay up
did.
that. Yeah, I'm at
I
work.
fell asleep.
I started watching it and I got kind of bored. But it was Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, I was trying to
and
watch it. But
I'm trying to like this guy. Everybody seems to like him, and I can't seem to find it. I'm trying to find it, trying to figure it out, but I haven't yet.
I've
So,
seen some of the sketches and they're kind of wild. Like they're kind of weird.
His
The
looks.
aerobic one. Did you see the aerobic one?
no, I don't think I made it to
I'll-
that one.
Popped up
I'll
online.
YouTube it later. He looks very severe to me, like almost like he's a vampire or something.
No, I
like,
get
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
No, yeah.
He looks prepubescent to me.
Thank you. It's just this
He
real
looks like a
severe,
teen, you know, like a kid.
glassy
something.
look.
Yeah,
And he's
I
with
know
one
what
of them
y'all are saying.
Kardashians, isn't
No.
he?
Yeah, I think that's probably it
one
right
of them.
there.
Yeah, I think the
One with the
richest,
BBL?
Kylie.
I think
Maybe
that's
Kylie.
just about everybody.
Yeah.
Kendall doesn't, I don't think.
Let's see. Has anybody been watching this thing with
No.
did anybody see where what Howie Mandel? Do you know who Howie Mandel
don't
Yeah,
is?
know.
Jamie Foxx.
Did you see him ambush Bill Burr and Billy Corgan of Smashing
Oh
Pumpkins?
man, I didn't know that was true. That's
No, I
What?
watched it and I thought
This is
I-
wild to me already
No,
because
this
Howie's
is
a
really
germaphobe.
wild.
Okay,
No,
what do you
but
do?
listen-
What do you
okay,
do?
so listen to this. So and both of them
This is wild.
I watched this because my wife told me, and I was like, look, they've been talking about this rumor for, I don't know, 2
See, I'd never even heard
years,
the rumor.
and it can't.
Yeah.
I said, they've
first for
denied
me.
that. He's denied this already. You know, this isn't real. And she goes, well, watch this. And I was like, oh, shit.
It is real.
I said, I'm wrong. I was wrong because Howie Mandel invites Bill Burr on. He's got a podcast, okay? He invites Bill Burr on, and they have a normal podcast, probably going for a good 10, 12 minutes. Now, they were antagonizing each other, but that's just who Bill Burr is, too, you know? But anyway, then all of a sudden, Howie Mandel ambushes him with Billy Corrigan. Now, for years, people have said they look like they could be
Right,
brothers,
right.
right? Well, God bless America, lo and behold, they are. And he forced him to basically admit it.
Yeah.
They hadn't talked to each other since basically they were kids.
Yeah.
They have different moms, or was that right? Yeah, different moms, same dad.
Yeah.
All right. So according to them, Dad was a traveling musician and
Mhm.
got around.
Yeah.
And so they are actually half brothers. They did
he
live
named
together when they were real young.
The names is what got me.
The
man.
names,
Yeah, because
yes.
he named them both
Bill.
Bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that is some creepy man. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, how wild is that?
And like they don't like
But
each
you
other.
could
Well-
see they were mad.
Yeah.
Both of them were surprised
Yeah.
because apparently he told Billy that Bill Burr was down with it and said, "Yeah, I'm cool." Bill Burr had no
Nobody.
clue,
No.
so he completely ambushed him, and
That's shitty.
Yeah.
it was a real dick move, to be
That is
honest
a
with you.
major
Now I'm
dick
sure he
move.
got massive ratings for doing it,
But man, that
That's.
but you
selling
know,
your soul for
Dick.
clickbait, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a dick. And
I would feel I'd
with
be
the shelf
pissed.
life.
man.
I mean, with the shelf life, because it's gonna fade
yeah,
at some
I mean,
point.
it's
you
not
know?
gonna be long lived.
No, now having
That's a
said
dick
that,
move.
you've been hearing this for a long time. Woody Harrelson's brother hinted at the possibility Woody and Matthew McConaughey might be
No,
half brothers.
stop
I
it.
think
Yeah.
they are, man.
So he
they're both
says
crazy enough.
Matthew McConaughey's hesitant to take a DNA test, but Woody's been trying to convince him.
Shut the fuck.
Brett Harrelson seemingly hinted their dad and Matthew's mom had flings that line up with around the time Matt was born.
Wow.
And he's previously shared that his mom was friendly with Woody's dad.
Friendly.
Yeah. And to really drive it home, McConaughey and Woody are going to be in a series together, Brother from Another Mother. So you tell me.
The conspiracies.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, right? All right, let's see what else is going on.
Goodness
The
gracious.
U.S. and Colombia had what could be considered a short diplomatic crisis, very short, after Colombia refused to accept flights of immigrants who were apprehended. Trump said basically he was going to throw on some tariffs. He was going to, do some other things, and it pretty strongly. And so all of a sudden, the president said, "Wait a minute, I'll send my personal plane to come pick them up." And that's what happened. So there you go. Immigration raids did happen over the weekend in various cities around the U.S. Border Czar Tom Homan said they made 956 arrests yesterday, many of which had warrants out for violent crimes, rape, child, different things like that, bad things. Remember the great monkey escape of November? They finally caught them all, like
Oh, man.
Pokemon. During the first part of November, 43 monkeys escaped from an Alpha Genesis Bio Research Lab in South Carolina. Most were caught quickly, but there had been several on the loose for about 2 months. And on Friday, authorities announced the last 4 recaptured by tempting them with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That always works.
That
man.
would work on me. I'll be honest. I would follow a trail of
Yeah,
BB and
yeah.
J's.
They'd caught my ass.
They were cold.
Yeah, the recaptured monkeys in good health despite the area accumulating up to 3 inches of snow for the first time in years. Now, I'm going to tell you that an interesting story that somebody told me, and I cannot say names or anything,
Uh-oh.
but I did find it interesting, which was that the person telling me the story, he and his friend, I guess, hunted on the same property when they were young for years.
I know this story.
And he said his friend was in a deer stand hunting and looked over because he heard something, and it was a monkey in a tree
In Arkansas?
in Arkansas. And I
What
said,
the hell?
"What'd he do?" He said he shot it.
That's what I was going to say.
He said
Arkansas,
it was
man.
coming closer, and he didn't know what to do. He said he just smoked it.
Did he mount it, I wonder?
No,
I would've
he
mounted that
didn't
son of
tell
a bitch in my
nobody. He
house.
didn't really tell anybody about it, but that is
Why
funny.
it's just a friend.
I'd be like,
Yeah,
We ain't
That
but
doing
I
dog
was
tried to
like-
attack me, man.
Well, I guess apparently somebody had the rumor was somebody had monkeys escape, but they didn't know that at the time, and
Conway
it
had
just
monkeys
freaked
on the
them
loose
out.
one time at Pickles Gap Village out there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it had monkeys all over, like Pickles Gap and stuff. There was monkeys
Really?
yeah. Spider monkeys and stuff.
see, that's what I always thought and that's funny. I always thought that maybe Bigfoot was a gorilla that had gotten released into the wild. You know what I mean? And just lived in a domestic part of the states where you wouldn't expect gorillas to be because they don't live out there like that. But they could. Why couldn't they?
I mean, yeah.
As long as they can find shelter and food, they're going to live. And so why couldn't, you have a few silverbacks or big gorillas running around out in our woods that, they think is Bigfoot, right? I mean, could you
So,
not?
I mean, but the encounters would be a lot worse, I think. Like a gorilla would eat your ass.
Yeah, no, they will mess you up, man.
Absolutely.
We sat and watched videos. I think
yeah,
you were
we
there.
Did.
We were watching these silverback gorillas that
These
they were having these
interactions.
encounters with them, and
At the
Stupid
windows?
ass safari.
no, it was like
no,
a safari.
Dude,
Oh,
like
okay.
watching a silverback gorilla, walk up and just gingerly grab a guy by his ankle,
Start
pulling
dragging
Oh,
him.
hell
like
no.
he's just we good, and he's like psych.
And then he let him go.
Yeah, let him go.
But he drugged him a good 5-6
Oh,
feet, and you could
yeah.
see it on that guy's face, man.
Yeah, he
was
dropped
like,
some mud.
yeah, there were some
every
pretty
bit of
wild
that.
encounters there.
Yeah, they're getting up like this close to you.
Yeah, no, he was
hell
growling. He was
Hell
not
Reach
no.
around and grab and break your neck like that.
Man, I got better things to do with my time than
Live?
try to die.
Live?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've spent the better part of my teens and 20s trying to kill
Die?
myself on a daily
I'm not-
basis.
I'm not.
good,
Yeah,
y'all.
I'm
No,
already
I'm
out
not
that
going
phase of my
anywhere they
life.
can't
No.
control the animals. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. I like watching them on the screen.
Yeah, that's
You
good
see them
enough.
Arab
At
dudes with
4Ks
the tigers and stuff, and they're sitting in all.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Yeah,
Nope,
no.
nope,
Not
nope.
happening.
No, not a chance.
Now y'all give me a nice sedated,
Sedated
big
tiger.
kitty. I don't even want it full grown. I want a kitty.
Yeah, a little
I
small
did
one.
that as
little
a kid,
kitty.
man. They had the sedated tigers, and we were petting them. I didn't know as
Yeah.
a kid as a cub, and they were just like,
Did Joe Exotic bring it?
no, I don't know.
It
It was
was
on the
Carol.
side of the road to like
It was Carol.
like
Carol
Branson or
Baskin.
somewhere. It's like a
Oh,
little,
that was definitely Joe
like it was
Exotic.
like some
I
on the
guarantee.
road.
When was
set
that?
up, like wild.
How
stuff,
long
man.
ago was that?
Was it here?
I
in
was
Arkansas,
probably
though?
10 years
I
old.
bet it was Joe Exotic.
Man, it
'Cause
was
In
he
like
used-
some,
Arkansas?
it's
Well,
some
he used to
exotic
travel.
stuff.
He was from.
Oh,
He
he
was in
traveled.
Oklahoma, and he used to go
Okay.
around all the
This was
time
like on the
taking
side
those.
of the road. I
Yeah,
promise. Like,
they
it
used
was
to
just
do
on the
setups
side of the
everywhere.
road.
Okay.
So,
I thought
yeah.
you were saying in Arkansas, and I didn't think he had ever been here.
I don't know.
He was
I'm not sure.
traveling somewhere.
A new
Oh.
contender has entered the battlefield for the future of TikTok. Perplexity AI has made a proposal to ByteDance that would allow the U.S. government to own up to 50% of a new business entity that would merge Perplexity with TikTok. The government would get up to half of the new entity after an initial public offering of at least $300 billion. It wouldn't have voting power and no seat on the company board. It would just take part of the money, and
Is that not
that's
part of the problem right now? Is like government owning TikTok. I know it's another
Well,
government, but
yeah.
why do we want
This would be
another
our
government?
government.
This would be-
what makes that
It's
any
It would be-
exactly.
it would
That's
be
my
the first
question.
time that it had happened, and I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I'm still thinking about that one. I'm not sure how I feel about it either. I don't
We
know
need
if
to put
I.
our money together. And
But
just
it
go
is
ahead and buy that.
common. That
Crowdfunded.
well, listen, and you have to understand in China, if you open a business there, they own part of it right off the bat.
Right.
That's how it works. I don't know that makes it right. I'm just saying that it isn't something that's not done. We've just not done it before. But I mean, we do it in the form of taxes.
Yeah, I was just saying. I
Yeah.
feel
But-
like they own a real big percent of
A
my
real
business.
big-
Yeah,
yeah,
no, they get
same.
enough of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I
It's
don't
that
think they're
time of year
wanting
where they're gonna
50%
get
of
their
your
little cut.
business right now. Let's see. A tuberculosis outbreak in Kansas, now the largest outbreak in the history of the U.S. As of January 17th, public officials recorded 66 active cases and 79 latent infections in Kansas City.
Get the
Us-
vaccine.
Yeah, there are a few other states that have currently have large outbreaks that are also ongoing. So 51 cases in 2023, which jumped to 109 last year in Kansas. Well, yeah, I mean, isn't that one
Where
of
the
the?
F are y'all getting TB?
Isn't that one of the kid vaccines you
They're
get?
not.
Yeah.
They're not vaccinating
Yeah,
kids, and now
it is a
all
kid's
all
vaccine.
these diseases are popping back
Yeah.
up because they're not vaccinating
Yeah.
kids, man.
Well, yeah, if you have unvaccinated people, look, I understand you don't want to take the COVID vaccine.
No,
Trust me.
We're not talking about COVID.
I'm not talking about
Yeah.
COVID.
We're
I'm
talking about
talking about the
TB.
ones that are proven to work,
Yeah.
like polio,
Yeah,
Right.
tuberculosis.
Right.
these things that we've wiped out
No
by
shit.
doing what? Getting the right
Vaccines.
vaccine. So yeah, don't be silly about
Ow.
that. Let's see. Ow.
We got some worker comp going on over here.
For
Yeah.
real though, actually, I don't know. I don't think I could. I couldn't
You
pass
can't
the.
go on.
I couldn't
Gotta pass the drug
I couldn't
test.
pass the UA.
Last week, extreme cold closed schools in Jackson Township, Ohio, giving a local school bus driver, Todd Morris, an unexpected day off. He was driving home, noticed smoke coming from a house belonging to a family whose kids ride his bus. So he stopped, called the fire department, and rushed in to help.
That's awesome.
The family lost most of their belongings, but Morris did manage to save their 2 dogs and ensured no lives were lost, which is cool. Good for that bus driver.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then earlier this month, the Orange County Fire Authority Chief Brian Fennessy rushed to check on his brother after losing contact during the Eaton fire in Altadena. Upon arrival, he found the neighborhood ablaze, but discovered his brother's family had evacuated. Fennessy noticed the blaze getting close to a gas meter. Not having any other way to fight the fire, he used milk and beer from inside the house to cool the meter, preventing further damage and preventing the houses
Fast
from blowing
thinking,
up.
man.
That's dope.
Smart.
That's
That's
better
dope.
than peeing on it.
Although it
Yeah.
does suck to go home with no beer or milk, I'll be
Right.
honest with you. The NFL, let's talk about it for a minute.
Man.
The Commanders, they looked so good the week before, and the Eagles just came in and whooped
They ass.
that ass. 55-23, I believe, was the loss at the hands of the
A
Eagles in
lot
that
to not
game.
enough.
Hmm?
It's always a lot to not enough.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Did you watch the game?
Yeah, they were both
What was
awesome
your take
games.
on it?
Huh?
What was your take on the
They got
Eagles
their
game?
ass handed to them. It was
Yeah.
good, but I mean, they did. They got walked.
Yeah, so are the Eagles a formidable foe for the
Man.
Chiefs?
It's going to be a good game, but I want to see this three-peat, man. I want to see history.
Well, the Chiefs held off the Bills, of course, to win 32-29 in a thriller at Arrowhead Stadium. Now already you're hearing people say, "Oh, they got a call. She
Man.
was a cheat," and I hear what everybody's saying, but everybody's looking for it now to be that way.
Every single play,
They're
man.
scrutinizing everything, and blowing it up. So, it's kind of sucks the air out of the room when they do that.
That was a good game, though, man.
But it was a great game, and the Chiefs did what the Chiefs do. They kept
Whoop
winning.
that ass.
They kept going, and
Another win by a one-score game, though, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, it was a close game, but they still found a way to win.
That's how they do it.
Yeah. So now you got a Super Bowl with the Eagles and Chiefs. It will be on Tubi free.
That is wild, man.
Yeah.
I heard him say that last night.
Well, a lot of people don't realize Tubi is owned by Fox.
Oh,
just like
okay.
Freevee is owned by Amazon.
All right.
Some of these services are owned by other companies, and so Fox owns Tubi. They're trying to ramp Tubi up, so they're putting it on there free for everyone. You just have to download the Tubi app, and look, I mean, almost everybody has
I got the Tubi
a
app.
Roku or a smart TV,
Yeah,
right?
I actually did Tubi app yesterday.
I mean, even little TVs are smart TVs now.
Oh, yeah.
So I think everybody's got those. It does appear the NFL's heard complaints from fans, teams, and commentators about the need to augment the rules when it comes to quarterback slides. Over the weekend, multiple sources reported the league expected to expand replay assist over the coming offseason. Specifically mentioned in the reporting is a focus on quarterback slides where defenders aren't given proper time to react or don't even hit the quarterback but are still called for a penalty.
All right.
Yeah.
What's your take on this, man? Like,
On
I
what?
think if a quarterback runs and puts himself in a running position, he should be able to get his ass knocked out just like any other player. Like, why cushion him? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're running with the
It's
ball,
not
you're
like
a running
it's
back.
Tom.
You're no longer a quarterback when you start running with that ball. If you get your ass knocked out and you can't play no more, that's part of football, man.
No, I don't.
I agree.
I mean,
I
I've always
agree.
thought
Let's
I think-
run and then
I
I'm
think
sliding.
No, man, you get your ass hit.
Look, you can get sacked in the pocket.
Yo,
You can
Right.
get sacked out of the pocket.
Right.
that's my take
and
on
they
it.
get you for unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, but I don't think so.
Right.
I think, if you
Dumb
tackle
shit
the
like
quarterback,
that.
you tackle the quarterback. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what happens. Now,
Oh,
if he's sliding, you're not supposed to hit him, but, if his slide's at the last second, you have to
Knock his
look at it and go,
grill
that's
off.
incidental contact,
Yeah.
just like in the NBA.
Physics.
Yeah, it's incidental. I mean, it wasn't
call it bang bang
by
plays.
design. Yeah, but no, I damn sure think if you get out
If
of the
he
pocket
runs
and you
with the
start
ball,
running,
he's a running
you get
back.
tackled. Yeah,
Yeah.
you turn into a running back. That's right. Okay, let's see.
So if let's
Yeah.
say if the kicker, right? Let's say they're gonna try to fake.
Did you
You
see
know,
that one
kicker.
last night?
Oh, if the
No.
kicker runs the
Oh,
ball, he
man,
can
the
get
kicker
tackled like
faked it.
anybody.
Okay.
The kicker faked it
And
last
he's
night
the
and threw
smallest-
a pass and made the touchdown. That was awesome.
And
man.
that's
Yeah.
right. And it's
But he's the smallest guy normally on
But
the
if
field.
he hits that football, then he's the quarterback and he
Right.
can get his
No,
knocked out,
if
too.
he runs with it, he
Yeah.
can get tackled like
Okay.
anybody.
Right.
So I said this.
Yeah, no, I
But he
think-
could slide with the ball too and probably have the same little cushion. I don't know how.
I
that
don't
works,
know,
though.
but
Gooses and ganders and double
No.
standards,
Gooses
man.
and
Like,
ganders.
yeah, let them all take a hit.
No, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to protect quarterbacks, but
Tom's
no.
not playing anymore. Why do they care?
Yeah, maybe you get rid of Mahomes if you let him do that.
No, I mean, yeah, but I mean,
Because right now you ain't getting rid of this cat.
no, man. But I've always thought that if they run with the ball, then they should get hit.
Now, Jalen Hurts, how long? He came from Alabama. How long has he been in the league? 3 years?
Yeah,
Maybe somewhere around there.
in there, yeah, real close to
Yeah,
that.
yeah, okay. Man, he's been a great quarterback so
Yeah,
far. I mean,
yeah.
he certainly
This is
earned
his
his
second-
place.
This is the second time he's been in the Super Bowl. Wasn't
Is
that the
it?
first time?
Mhm.
Is it?
I think he
Y'all
was
know I
with
don't
them with
watch
the
this
first
stuff.
time.
He
too,
may have
when
been.
Kelsey last little row.
Oh, he might have been.
I think
Okay.
he was a quarterback. Then.
Okay.
Think.
On Saturday, Madison Keys had a huge career breakthrough. She landed her first major championship at the Australian Open. Going into the tournament, the American was a 19 seed and faced two-time champ Arnya Sabalenka, who was ranked number 1. Keys took her down. On Sunday, it was Jannik Sinner who took the men's championship in 3 sets over Alexander Zverev. This is Sinner's second straight Aussie Open championship. An 11-year-old kid who landed the rare 1 of 1
Uh-oh.
Paul Skeens rookie patch card has made what appears to be a good business decision.
Some of these cards are insane, man.
The Pittsburgh Pirate offered up a generous swag package for the card, a pair of Pirates season tickets behind the home plate for 30 years, a meet and greet with Paul Skeens, 2 signed Skeens jerseys, a Pirates game with Livy Dunn in her suite, and, quote, much more.
Pay me.
The unnamed kid lives in L.A., where they have an actual winning baseball team and has no use for 3 decades of Pirate tickets.
Dang.
So instead, the kid decided to take his chances by auctioning off the card to the highest bidder.
There you go, kid.
Yeah, that's smart.
Now it's off to Fanatics Collect, where it's going to be auctioned in March. Potentially might hit 7 figures.
I'm telling you, man, you straight, kid. Richie
Keep your 30-year Pirate tickets, son.
Every bit of that.
Nobody cares.
Tell them to keep them tickets, man.
Where are the Pirates from?
Pittsburgh.
Oh.
All right, so a little bit more on the Super Bowl real quick. Let's see what it says here. This is just a breakdown, actually, of the game. It says the Eagles' offense showed no mercy from the get-go with a 60-yard TD run from Saquon Barkley in the first quarter. From there, they never looked back. The Commanders played catch-up. And then the Chiefs, the game was everything fans hoped for. It says Kareem Hunt started off putting the Chiefs ahead. James Cook found the end zone, gave the Bills a 10-7 lead. Mahomes put his team ahead with 2 straight touchdowns, one through the air, another on the ground. The Bills answered with a couple more of their own, giving them a 21-21 lead, or a 22-21 lead in the fourth quarter. And then a run from Mahomes and a 2-point conversion gave the Chiefs the lead again. A 4th down pass to Curtis Samuel tied the action again at 29 apiece. And then with about 3 minutes left, a field goal gave Kansas the lead, and they got it and stopped the drive. So, and that's it for that. Let's move on to something else. So, what else did you guys? How was y'all's weekend? What'd you do?
I watched the Arc and Brawl
on the live stream. Yeah, I knew you did that.
Wrestling, I can't say
Wrestling.
Yeah, man, it was so much fun. I mean, honestly,
like it, man. Look, you're having a blast here, man.
You know, so many people were here and were having a great time, and that's really, you know, I was looking around the room, and it's a big area, but I was looking at all the people involved, you know, from all the wrestlers to, you know, all the podcasting to, you know, all the comedians, and to all the supporters of the show, friends of the show, listeners, viewers. You know, everybody was there just having a blast. And it was such a positive event in so many ways. I mean, there were no negatives other than me injuring my own damn self, basically.
Can we do a traffic report real quick?
What would I tell them? I don't know what the traffic
can
is.
I do one?
Oh, yes, you certainly can.
All right. There's a significant accident on I-40 westbound at the I-440, or at I-440. It's at a near standstill between Galloway, and the 440 interchange. So if you are heading into Little Rock out of eastern Arkansas, expect delays.
All right. Well, thank you for that. That's
You're very
great.
welcome. Y'all behave out there.
She's in the air. We need to do the.
Hey, yeah, put a little chopper sound. Listen, while we're doing that, it's 40 degrees right now, so much warmer.
Man, I feel like we need shorts after last week,
Bro.
man.
I mean,
40 degrees. Man. I feel like we're in the hundreds, man.
I know, man.
I want to drop the top.
It was so.
Let the windows down.
So cold last week.
It was damn near balmy this weekend. I was like, I can't wait. And then this week, if you look at the weather this week,
it's going to be rainy, but it's going to be warm.
This weekend's going to be rainy, but it's going to be good. We might get a tornado.
Probably.
No, we don't want that. We don't need that, do we?
Naders. We don't like naders.
We don't.
Oh, we don't like naders?
No.
From a distance when they ain't taking out people's houses.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this. So trust, apparently essential and meaningful relationships, especially with business and brands. And apparently a couple of organizations, Newsweek and Brand Spark, have chosen winners of the 2025 Most Trusted Brands Awards based on a response from 29,000 participants in the United States, involving more than 162,000 brands across 284 categories. So standout winners from the most trusted brands, and see if, this fits what you think. Fisher Price for educational toys. They were the most trusted brand.
That
Yeah.
sounds
For
Yeah.
dolls, Barbie.
Yeah.
Diapers, it was Pampers.
yeah.
Tylenol for headache relief and children's cough.
Mhm.
Tide for laundry detergent.
Yeah.
Ninja for air
Hell
fryers
yeah.
and blenders.
Love my Ninja.
You have a Ninja?
Hell yeah.
That's
yeah.
right. You said that.
That air
didn't you?
fryer is the truth.
Let's see. Sealy for mattresses.
That's pick.
Dole for fruit. Perrier for sparkling water. I don't even.
Back
Stop.
in the day, kind of, but now it's Le
Ah,
Creux.
okay.
Look
White
right.
Claw for hard seltzers.
And hard seltzers.
Whole
Right.
Foods for grocery stores. Home Depot for home improvement. Capital One for credit card rewards. But you know, those are all fine companies. But who's a company that you really trust, that you really like? Yeah, man, I'm loyal to this company. This is
Man, truth, me being small business, I'm real big into Square. Like that's my big.
Okay,
like,
that's
they
your
do some
business
awesome
partner.
Stuff. Yeah, they do some. Awesome
I was going to
stuff for
guess
small
that it would be
business.
Dodge for you.
Oh, I love me some Dodge stuff too, but Square like that feeds my family.
I got you. Dodge costs the family.
Right,
all
right.
What's a company that you really
Do
trust?
you roll with Square?
I do roll with yeah, I do roll with Square. A lot of our stuff is through Clover though.
I got you.
Just because it's what works with the bank account.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to mind, honestly, is Dawn and
Dishwashing liquid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I
That's
hadn't
awesome.
thought about it, but you're damn right.
not just on a personal level, but when I was painting, that was my go-to for
Oh, yeah.
everything. Cleaning brushes, whether
Mhm.
it was latex or oil. It was fantastic at removing wallpaper and
Here's-
wallpaper adhesive.
Here's the secret, if you don't know, behind Dawn.
Don't wash
It
dishes.
it has a surfactant in it, and that surfactant is what lifts the oil and stuff off of things, and no other detergent has
That's
that in
awesome.
it.
It's fabulous.
So it
you
will
get
get-
always
grease
clean the
stains.
guts after the oil spills.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what
you
I
can-
always think about.
Yeah.
You can get grease stains off of your clothes.
Yeah.
With Dawn,
You
like
can clean the
straight
heck
up.
out of some sneakers with some Dawn
You sure
too, man.
can.
You
Dawn
can make
is
them things
amazing.
white.
It is amazing. That is probably. I'm super loyal. I don't play. We
No,
don't
I
get
like the one.
knockoff.
Yeah,
we don't get.
No.
And it's Dawn original,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
maybe the platinum. But like
Keep the
we
bottle
don't.
that you just squeeze
Yup.
and it comes out the
Yeah.
bottle and the spray. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
the old
Spray.
school.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
amazing.
I'm surprised that neither of you said Goop,
Goop.
the website, Goop.
Nah.
That's
I don't
Gwyneth
think I've
Paltrow's
heard about that.
website.
Me and Gwyneth Paltrow don't
No?
get down like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's her shit,
Oh, that's
isn't it?
candles
Yeah.
that smell
That's
like
her
coochie.
vajay.
yeah, that's right. Coochie candles, things like that.
we all want candles and
I'm
chips.
putting out a
that smell like
candle
body
that
parts.
smells like my butthole.
Right?
No, this is the actual annual Valentine's Day gift guide from Goop, and they
Ew.
are loaded up with some great stuff
Ew,
for
they
you.
cost you $100 for nothing.
Well, let's just listen and see
I'm
here.
fine.
Don't
Hey,
judge yet.
Fine.
Let's see. How about this aphrodisiac massage candle?
I bet
Sounds
it
good
smells
already.
like her coochie.
$65.
No.
All right. How
It's
about
probably this big too. It's probably not any bigger than this damn coffee mug right here. It smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's taint.
yeah? That's it. That's what it is.
Or her bra cheese.
How about a supersized Aphrodite bath bomb for $29?
Ew.
No.
So I can get a yeast infection? No, thank you.
Let's see. A Russian Ossetra
Uh-oh.
caviar,
Uh-oh.
125
Uh-oh.
grams,
Uh-oh.
$630.
Oh, man.
You can't buy anything from Russia, first and foremost.
Pure Delight orgasm bomb, $40. The Womanizer Liberty 2 sex toy, $99.
Oh my.
Delivered.
Is it like a fleshlight or
A
is
bright
it a
yellow
vibrator?
heart-shaped heartthrob vibrator, $98.
Is it like a cock ring?
Hey, I don't even have a button I
We
can
don't have
push.
a button to hit on you today,
Hold
girl.
on.
Wee,
a button. I need a
Brandon,
button.
give us a noise.
Oh, God. It's the worst. Jeez. The
Is it
Goop
like hug it or
the
something?
Goop-
Like cup it?
exclusive voyage kit, which has all the essentials for playful nights, including mesh undies that read "Spank Me" in French, leather pasties, and a bullet for $225. Let's go back. Let's look at. I'm going to go back and look at this Liberty 2. Hold on.
The
Yeah,
Liberty
The
2.
Liberty too.
Oh,
Yeah,
my-
there it is. There's
sorry.
the Womanizer Liberty 2 you inquired about. It is a cult favorite, it says.
Is it?
Well, that's
That
what
is
it
wild
tells me.
looking.
It's a cult favorite for reasons. It mimics. Oh, I can't even
It
say all that.
okay, so as an individual that would use one of those things and may have or may not have used something similar to that, don't waste your money.
There you go. There you've got
Best
it now.
product review you can look. There's the heart one.
That's
the
Those
heart
are the
one.
hard
no.
ones.
I'm
Come on.
all right. For God's
Let me see
sake,
it.
here.
What are you gonna do with
What
that?
the heck am I supposed to do with that?
Well, I guess you
Play the video.
Yeah, play the video.
No.
It's a demonstration.
Now, Speaking of sex, I saw the weirdest
Speaking
thing.
of sex.
Yeah, I saw the weirdest thing over the weekend.
Ooh,
And
was it sex?
no, it wasn't. It was, I don't give a damn about the Oscars anymore, honestly. I
No.
really don't care. I don't care who wins. It
Is that a
doesn't
thing
matter.
still?
It apparently it is.
Somebody
But
gets slapped.
I was looking at these Oscar nominations, and they were touting this movie that had more Oscar nominations than any other movie this year. And I'm like, well, I've never heard of it. It's called Amelia Perez. And so I said, well, let me look and see what it's about.
Uh-oh.
You
Is it
ready?
a biopic.
Transgender cartel musical.
What?
What?
Amelia Perez topped this year's Oscar nominations, earning 13 nods. The French director's Mexico set musical released by Netflix shattered the record for the most Academy
Imagine.
Award
I've
nominations.
always wanted to see
Hold on.
a
For a
French,
non-English-
Mexico. Okay, so it's a French.
Cartel.
A French movie, a
French
French directed movie
a
about a Mexican cartel. Yeah.
Got it.
Give
Yeah.
me my money or
Yeah.
I'll kill you.
Are you with me now?
Listen.
So, Amelia Perez, in which a cartel
musical.
boss
Okay.
transitions to life as a woman
Okay.
and turns her back on the cartel.
Oh no.
That's basically what the story
It ends
is.
bad for that person, I take it.
Huh?
I think it ends
You
bad
can't
for
turn
that
your back
person.
on the cartel,
Yeah, you don't turn
sis.
your back on the cartel and switch
Especially
up like
if
I
that.
you're
don't
running
know.
it.
They're gonna
Like, what
find
the heck? And you're transitioning, so everybody's looking for the male instead of the female. Bro, you are, or sis, whatever. You're missing out on, like,
I don't even
I know,
know.
like disappearing.
I'm just like, you couldn't just
You
go like to another country, but
I mean, transition all you want to.
I was just like,
sis.
wow, that's what
But
this
like,
is.
why
Find that.
leave the cartel?
A cartel musical
I'm
transition.
I'm here for
I
it.
mean,
I'm about to watch.
What
it.
else could you get in there?
Is
Oh,
is
man.
it streaming
you-
yet?
No, not
Because
yet.
I'm not going to pay for it. But
I don't
will
know. It
stream
might be streaming. I think, yeah, it
What's
is
the name
actually.
Of it? Amelia Perez.
Amelia, it's on
All right.
Netflix. Amelia
All right,
Perez.
all right.
It's on Netflix, bro.
First of all, I'm not
Good
watching.
morning, Miss Wendy.
I'm not watching a music. Yes, on
No,
Netflix.
I'm not
You don't
watching.
I'm
watch
not watching
musical?
musicals. No,
My son
I don't
seen
watch
a
them.
movie
So
the
you're
other day and he came home. He's like, it was
I
a
don't
musical.
like 'em.
I can't remember.
Joker.
No, it was something else. One of the
which
new
is terrible.
movies.
I'm not watching that either. I'm not watching any musical.
No, he
You
came
don't
home
like
mad.
Flower Drum Song?
I don't know what it is. I can't tell you.
It's an old musical.
No, I don't. Let me list how many musicals I've seen. The Sound of Music when I was a kid.
Awful.
Annie. That's the first one I think of.
When I was a kid,
Yeah,
I
when
saw
I was a
Annie.
kid.
That's a little chump.
Once.
That's the only one I can think of.
Chicago, which was good.
Yeah.
No,
Dreamgirls,
no.
No.
and that's it. That's
I
all
used
the
to watch-
musicals.
I used to watch musicals, but it was like the old ones. Cause,
Okay,
Was it
wait.
Elvis-
My mom had
Elvis
me watch
movies-
Elvis
With
movies.
Wizard of Oz? Wizard of Oz?
That's
is
a
that,
musical,
Is that
right?
a musical, really?
Oh wait,
it's
is
kinda,
it?
sort of, man.
Is
like,
it?
like the
Yeah.
monkeys come down and they're dancing and
Well,
like,
they're singing and skipping
Well, how
down
many
the
songs
road.
are there? 3 or 4?
there's
Yeah,
enough
that's
to
a
make it a
musical.
musical to me.
That's
All
a
right,
musical.
fine. I'll count that one too.
I mean, there's not really a dance number per se.
They're running from them damn monkeys.
But, I mean, they're doing stuff. I
They're
don't
running
know.
from
Flower
monkeys.
Drum Song.
Them monkeys gave me nightmares, man.
Bro, those were
With them-
creepy. Because I was like, that's a person.
Especially when the
I know
colored
it's weird.
version. You know what I'm saying? When they were like, you could
Why's it
like
gotta be
really see
colored,
them.
Chad?
the black
Just
and white
kidding, I'm
version.
kidding.
Oh my God. Chris said I asked Chris earlier why he was listening in Reno. If he was just going through, he lives
Oh,
there.
you
He used to live in
okay,
Little Rock. So
nice.
thank you, man. That's dope.
What's up, man?
Latasha said
Good
that
morning,
it was
Latasha.
a great event.
Sweet.
She said it was an amazing
That
event. So we
baby.
appreciate that. We're talking about how much everybody thought your baby was so pretty. That's
Yeah.
a beautiful baby, for real.
Absolutely would.
Do you guys see the camera options on your screen? We do, Joel. We
Oh,
do
yeah,
see them.
We got a
Brandon's got
TV
it.
Yeah,
right here
no,
in
we
front of
see
us.
them.
Yeah.
Listen, the board got jacked this weekend somehow. We
Somebody
had
touched
a
it.
million people in the studio. Somehow it got messed up, so we're using our backup board. But we've got something ordered we think will
It's
rectify
like a
it.
TikTok board, be honest, man.
Yeah, it is. I mean, here's the board.
He got it from Timu.
The whole board
This
right
is
now.
our real board.
Normally, this is the board.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my board right now.
That's your wish.com.
Yeah,
No, they
this is the
legit
Wish
sell one of
version
those
of
on
it.
Amazon, Timu.
Amazon, Timu.
Wendy said they had a blast at the event too.
Man,
Glad
I
you
loved
did.
it. I loved it. Wendy, you behave yourself.
Yeah, she's
Naughty,
awesome.
naughty
She's
girl.
awesome. Someone said if anyone saw a monkey out in a villa in the 80s, it was mine.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Sometimes he would break out and roam free for a while till he got hungry. That's
That's
Mike.
awesome, man.
Yeah, no,
Stop
when
it.
Mike told me he had a monkey when he was a kid, I was
I
like,
believe it.
that had to be so dope. And he goes,
No.
yeah, it was for just a minute.
My
And then it
uncle
was
had
terrible.
one.
He said, because they get in the cabinets, they tear everything up, they throw everything out.
My uncle
He said
had
it's
one,
just
man.
terrible.
It
Yeah,
was
did he?
mean as hell.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it ended up hurting somebody in town, and somebody ended up getting sued, I think, or something like that
Yeah.
over it. It got to the teenage age, and like they start acting an idiot. Yeah, like it was mean, man. He used to wear clothes and be all cute when he was a baby. It grew out of that. It transitioned.
Oh my god. There's one on the the YouTube and the TikTok and
No,
Facebook and everything.
we
Gatelyn
talked-
Ray.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah,
later.
I love that little
That's
thing.
the same
but
monkey
I,
my uncle had.
but I was
that
sure as
fucking got
shit would
mad.
throw that across the room at some point. Like, shut
Man.
up! Always wanting damn Ready Whip and
They got all that stuff set up in their house. That monkey just flings
just
through the house,
everywhere.
man. I'm like, that is wild.
They live in
In
the
a
monkey's
zoo.
habitat,
Yeah.
basically, because you've got to have it set up. They
But you-
always got it on a
So that monkey don't get
leash.
mad. Start.
Yeah, killing y'all, chewing on your cheeks in the middle of the night.
'Cause it
Yeah, no, I
transitioned into a
watched,
gorilla.
we were watching, the same day we
Those
were watching
videos.
that, the thing about the silverbacks, we watched one about these people who owned a chimpanzee, and different than one of the
Yeah.
stories we've seen, but they'd had it for a long time.
What happened to
and,
Bubbles? Remember
And
that one?
so, yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
Yup.
so these
All
people had
Bubbles.
this chimp for, I don't know, 25, 30 years. Okay, so somehow, and I don't remember how, the government got involved,
Uh-oh.
and so they had to give it to a wildlife sanctuary,
Right.
but they could go see it whenever
Right,
they
right.
wanted. But it wasn't exactly close. So they went on the chimp's birthday, they took a cake, and the chimp immediately was thrilled, excited to see him, came over, was eating cake, but whoever one of the zookeepers was
There was only
made a
one
mistake,
Yeah.
and they left the other chimp cage
Oh, that ain't
unlocked.
smart.
And they got jealous because
Yup.
they didn't have cake, and two of them attacked the guy with
Yup.
and the wife had to watch from under a table, and they did everything but kill that guy.
Oh,
I mean, his
man.
face is
Ripped
rearranged.
all his.
They
They
took
said they'll
his
tear your
eyes
fingers
out.
off. Yeah.
They
all
They
that.
ripped all
chewed
his
his
stuff
fingers
off.
off. They
ripped his thing.
ripped
off.
his nads off, his junk off. Yeah, no, it was bad. It was just a horrible story, to be honest with you.
Brandon says hit the menu button on the remote.
On the remote. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
And Michael says they have a capuchin.
Capuchin.
On this remote?
Yeah, I don't know.
I assume that's what
Morning,
they mean. Hold on.
Can you bring
Everybody
that
pause
capuchin
for a
up
minute
here,
while I
Tim?
look.
We
Little
just set
doggy
that
had a
up.
capuchin too.
Man, my vision isn't very good, but I'm
What
trying to
retraction,
find.
little doggy? I'm confused.
Does anyone see a
You want
menu
me
button
to? I'll
there?
see if I can find
On
a
that
menu
remote?
button.
That's the only one I mean, I
see
don't
mirror.
see. I
Oh,
don't see.
menu.
Oh, push it.
Oh!
Hey!
Hey, we got Chad.
Look at that. There we go. Yeah, make it that
Ah,
simple.
and then we change it.
Not-
Yay!
Yeah.
Then we change it.
That's great. So, look, life is expensive. Everybody knows that right now. And a lot of people with regular jobs take on extra work to earn extra money. Yeah, no, it's true. A November 2024 report from the Bureau of Labor finds that 5% of American workers have more than one job. Of course, some side hustles pay better than others.
No, mine
And new
Especially them OF ones.
Yeah, right. Well, the average is actually $200 a month is what the
OF?
average OnlyFans
I
star
can buy
makes.
your bags.
Now, the good ones make a
Man,
lot.
More than NBA players.
Yeah, they make a lot.
Man.
More than most people.
That's insane.
But Net Credit determined the highest earning side hustles for one day's work by analyzing thousands of publicly available job ads. They looked at U.S.-only freelance rates on 144 common hustle gigs, ranked them based on the average pay for 24 hours. So which side hustle brings the most money
Crack dealer.
for a single day of work?
OnlyFans.
Yeah, crack dealer would do it.
Right?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
They say marketing strategy at an average of 150
man.
a day.
Yeah.
Looking for one that's AI related, making AI spokesperson videos could get you $110 a day. And the highest paying side hustle that requires no experience, OnlyFans. No, focus group work. That pays $28 an hour. How do you get on a focus group?
You just gotta talk to people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, how do you do it? How do you get on one? How does somebody get to do focus groups?
I guess you start blasting on Facebook like.
Do you go find those? Do they offer them online somewhere?
Yeah, I think I've seen some ads for
Okay.
them.
So the answer, number one, marketing strategy, website designer, landing page designer, video maker, social media marketing, AI spokesperson videos, website content, songwriter, sales copy, and applications and registration.
It's almost all computer driven stuff.
Yeah, it's stuff that you would do basically online.
Home, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
or some remote work or whatever.
I mean, it's all side hustle, remote work there. I mean, but I don't think, in all honesty, those are. I think there are other ones that pay more.
Boring,
Urban pharmacist probably pays more.
Urban pharmacist. I'm retired. Like that pays pretty good, man.
It did.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that is a side hustle.
Or an urban bank. I mean.
Oh well, that.
Oh man.
That's a different kind of thing.
It's kind of tricky.
I've never borrowed from the urban bank before, but
they have a very. It's not interest rates you have to
their
worry
collection
about
policy
it's
is the
baseball
problem.
bats and stuff.
Yeah. All right, so
It's
listen to this message. A former colleague of mine admitted to me recently she never graduated college. She was interning at our company when they offered her a job. She took the job, never told them she only completed 2 years of the 4-year degree. Years later, she now has a great career, and the lack of a degree never impacted her. What's the biggest lie or caper you've ever gotten away with?
That. I gotta say, I gotta plead the.
Yeah, I can't.
So many amendments.
I can't.
So many amendments to choose from.
So
Which do you choose?
I can't, man.
The
fifth.
Yeah, no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
Yeah.
6th and 7th and 8th too.
Yeah. Can't be putting that out there.
No, you can't put it out there. I was trying to think of what's something I've gotten away with that.
Don't say it. There are no statutes on that stuff. Man.
No, not criminally.
Well, no, and I was thinking of that too. And I mean, I could give you a catty answer. I could give you an ugly answer, but I don't want to be mean to anybody today.
All right, probably just the wrong question to ask this group. So
that is true.
We will just
save that for Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll come back to it on Tuesday and see what happens.
Because we know Rich ain't no criminal, right, Rich?
Rich? No, Rich definitely not a criminal.
Rich is definitely not a criminal.
All right, let's go with this. A lot of Americans like to have backup, apparently, when it comes to underwear. Turns out, if you believe this, nearly half of us carry a spare pair just in case something happens.
I got a buddy that does that.
Do you?
Yeah, I really do.
Survey.
I keep a go bag.
In your car?
Yeah.
I feel ignorant right now. Let's see, the situations people would need those backup underwear for include if they had an accident,
explosive diarrhea,
knowing they'll be changing clothes at some point during the day, or they're accident prone, likely to spill something on themselves.
That's what she said.
Other respondents say it'd come in handy after a workout on a really hot day. Carrying an extra pair is more common for younger generations. 60% of Gen Z and 57% of millennials carry emergency drawers.
Yeah, picking up.
But they don't wash them. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, what if you're on Tinder or Grindr or one of those things? You got to make sure you got something in the car.
Man.
It could get weird. It could get
wild.
Yeah.
Why would you need a second? I mean, aren't you taking them off? Okay.
Well, you're taking them off, but what if you get, stuff on your stuff?
I got you. No.
And what if you got somebody? What if you're being one of them types of folks?
Stuff. She said stuff on your stuff.
Yeah, no, I appreciate her filter.
Well, we don't have buttons
Stuff on your stuff. That should be. We should make a shirt out of that.
herself this morning, man.
We should make a shirt out of that.
Stuff on your
You got stuff on your stuff.
You got stuff on your stuff.
The average person owns 4 pairs of good underwear and 3 good bras. I don't have any good bras. Yeah.
I need a new bra.
That's something that I think every woman always says. Like and they must be expensive too.
Oh,
they are expensive. They're stupid expensive, and there's no blanket, size. They're all different depending on what brand it is. If there's a wire or not.
I got a story. I pierced a girl the other day, and she was an H.
A what?
An H.
Oh, bless her heart.
An H.
Did she have to have somebody hold them up while you did it?
No, like I said. Can I say?
Oh.
And she had to pick them up like this.
Oh, an H, like triple H.
H.
An H.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And she wanted piercings even. Wow.
H.
That's
H.
You have a partner. You have a partner. No, I get it. H is big. That's like here.
I thought it stopped at D.
No, baby.
No, bro.
No.
No, there's some that are L,
I.
M.
I.
Yeah, there's some triple
I's
M's.
and J's. Yeah. See
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
I didn't know.
They're like 2 watermelons.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, imagine
Probably
her
a little
back
bigger.
problems.
Did she say? Yeah, I was going to say. Did she say she had like
No,
spina bifida or
she's
scoliosis?
in her mid
Oh, that
20s,
poor
almost
girl.
30s.
Yeah.
That poor
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Real
with her
confident,
when she's about
real
Oh, I
40.
bet.
Yeah, she's a real nice lady.
Get
I'm
with her when she's
sure.
about 40.
Not even. Let that chick hit 35 and she'll be like, cut him off.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
laughing about it because I was
Let
like,
that chick get
and
pregnant.
she said H's, and I was like, what?
Does she have any babies?
No, it's just
Okay,
her.
yeah.
Well, she was there
Why
by
did she
herself.
even
Yeah.
say H's?
Because when she was disrobing, and she took this bra off, and it was like that, and I looked, and she was like, I guess my eyes gave me away.
No doubt.
And
There's
she was
the
like,
professional.
H's. I was looking at the bra size. I wasn't even looking at her. I'm just looking at the bra she's
Right.
up, and I'm just
Looked
like,
like-
oh my God. Like, and she said H's. And I was like, what? And she said, they're H's. And I was like, holy shit.
Like, yeah, do you have a channel somewhere or?
Uh,
And that's
you know
exactly,
what?
I told her, I said, I thought it stopped at D.
Sis, if you're listening,
There's no way you thought
you
it
need to
stopped
go
at D.
ahead and get you an OF.
You never really hear anybody say H, like double D. You know what I'm saying? That's like the most
Yeah,
common thing. you
I've
hear.
never known. Well, I
I've
may have
never-
known. I've never known someone who said, "Oh, I have H" or anything like that.
I've
This
seen
girl's
them.
proud of it. Like,
Well,
Get a
yeah,
channel,
I bet she
sis.
is.
H's.
Go get you an OF.
Okay, all right. So we were talking about people who keep an underwear. Listen to this.
Oh.
Influencers have
Yeah,
been
right.
responsible for a lot of things becoming popular, especially among younger generations. This is a new one. YouTuber Bumblepree, I don't know Bumblepree, is now considered the world's first adult diaper influencer.
What?
That's right.
So he like gets online with a diaper and stuff.
Well, as she said in a recent video, incontinent or not, let's embrace
no,
adult
man.
diapers together. Her channel is full of adult diaper reviews, try-on videos, and recommendations.
So she tells other people out there wearing diapers which diapers to wear and which ones work.
She said, if you're brave enough to ask why this is a thing, there are several
No, it's a
reasons.
weird
Some have
message.
warmed up to the idea of wearing adult diapers to long events like concerts or movies
No.
so they don't miss anything because they
No.
have to visit the bathroom.
Nope.
I've never been to nothing
Never.
that good that I
Never.
wouldn't be like, I want to sit here and watch this and just shit
Now,
my pants.
I've seen Dave Chappelle. I've seen Foo Fighters. I've seen Ozzy.
She said she has multiple sclerosis and that's why
Well,
she is.
fine.
But to the point of just wearing them for long listen,
Incontinence or not, no, sis. I'm not.
there's
putting
no
on a
time
diaper
I'm going to
unless-
be sitting here like, let's say, I'm doing the show and I'm like, well, I don't want to have to go to the bathroom. You think I'm going to crank out a smush patty
I hope
right
hell
in the
not.
middle of
I
this
hope-
show?
It's gonna get.
They're going to
get
know on
weird.
air if you do, because I'm going
It's
to be
gonna
like,
get
what
weird.
the hell's going on in
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not only I can't pee myself and sit in that.
No.
I mean, come
man.
on, man. I mean, I get it. If you have to, you have to.
And like,
but
if you're sitting down, like that's got to be a ordeal.
well, if I'm going on a long trip, then
Long
stop.
trip, then stop.
Pee in the ditch.
I'm not
I
getting.
mean, pee in a cup.
I'm too
pee in a
old for
bottle.
diaper rash.
Diaper rash. Oh my God.
Seriously, I am
What's
too
What's
old.
that stuff called?
DNT,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know those guys that like to be treated like babies. They want
Yeah.
to be put in
man.
big diapers and
Yeah.
powdered up
Yeah,
and
that's-
No.
put in
No.
a crib.
No.
You wouldn't date a guy
With the
like
big
that
old
without
toes.
those needs?
No.
She said no.
No.
And she meant it.
I've raised enough.
She said I raised enough.
I've
I
raised
feel you on
enough.
that.
I'm never doing that shit
Chad,
again.
if your girl all of a sudden decided she wanted to be a baby on the weekends, would
Kristen?
you
Man,
would you let her be a baby in a diaper
I'd
and
be
give
like,
her
all
a
right,
bottle?
baby, and then we take a little trip to Rivendell or something. I'd be like,
Gross.
Surprise!
Do you want to go to the park?
they like people that dress up here.
You want to go to the park? Let's go to the park. We're gonna go swing.
Yeah, surprise!
We're
It's
gonna go have a
Rivendell.
play day.
Talk
It's
to
gonna
this
be
doctor.
So fun. Yeah, it's goofy.
Yeah, it's. I don't know, man. I mean, to each their own. I understand everybody needs something,
Fine.
but
I mean,
That
to
is so
each their
weird.
own, but
I feel
that's
like-
just a little
wacky.
weird.
I
to
feel
me,
like there's
man.
something real deep seated for,
Yeah, there's gotta
for
be.
there to be a sexual pleasure from that. Like that's borderline.
You just
with
learn
that-
your whole
that
life.
keyword.
Babies and sex are two things you
Thank
don't
you.
mix.
yeah, I
That's
agree
just-
with that.
it's just
I do like. I
gross.
think that's a good policy.
Thank you.
Babies and sex, no go.
No.
Yeah, I
Did
think
you
I'm
see all the
with
people when they cancel TikTok? Why can't they stop baby porn? I'm like, yeah, really that like.
I said that.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, and it's an
Yeah.
awesome thing. But do you really think that they could just flip it and be dead? Like
that. What?
baby porn, like it's all over everything. It's on hard drives. Like they can't just
What?
flip the
No,
switch
but they
like
could,
they
if
did
they
on
wanted to,
TikTok.
they
Oh.
could take it off the internet.
Oh,
Have you not seen them post about the TikTok being knocked off and like why did they do porn like this,
Yeah.
baby porn? You know,
well, because TikTok's an app. It's not on.
right, and that's what I'm getting
it's-
at.
TikTok is centralized.
Right,
I mean,
right.
It's one
It's not the
source
internet.
versus the internet, which is multiple sources. So no,
Right.
you can't just. I mean, it's the same. Look, let me just tell on myself a little bit. It's the same reason that my son sent me a link to watch a certain football game this weekend because I didn't have the channel I needed.
Right.
So I watched it
Oh.
via YouTube, clicking a certain link where they were streaming it. They shouldn't be streaming it there. It's not above board, but it was there, and I watched it. And apparently YouTube didn't catch that one.
I thought
Okay.
you were gonna say something naughty.
No, football, man.
I
No,
thought football
ain't
was
gonna
about to
tell
be a
on
euphemism
himself.
or something. Well, you think I'm
No.
gonna tell myself? I was like,
no, I'm not doing any of that.
No felonies.
But speaking of naughty,
no.
Playboy magazine bringing back its print
I
issues
bet they are.
after stopping during the pandemic 5 years
I
ago.
got the last one.
Its first
Good.
cover model has been announced in a collaborative post on Instagram. Playboy and Lori Harvey
Uh-oh.
shared the news. The actors and models are going to be on the cover. Lori Harvey, Steve Harvey's daughter.
Oh, okay.
She's real popular amongst younger people, and
She used to be
she's
with
a real pretty lady.
that guy that's in Black Panther and stuff.
Chadwick
Michael Jordan.
Boseman?
She used to be with Michael Jordan.
Michael
Who?
B.
Michael
Jordan.
B. Jordan.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah,
Make sure
that's
you throw
right.
that B in there.
She
Yeah.
was,
I
yeah.
like I did that. Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, no, it worked out for him. He's not, he's
He
nice.
ain't
He's
bad
a
to
good
look at.
actor. No, he's a nice looking
No,
dude.
yeah, he's a good actor too. My bad.
Yeah, he's a nice looking dude. No, he is.
Sorry, I don't want to.
I mean, he's all right.
Anybody.
You know. But that is interesting that
But
they're
it ain't
bringing
hard
back.
to-
Why are they bringing back the print? Are there so many people that want it in print? Do you think it's for collectors or is it?
I got the last one. I think it was.
Well, you
Pamela
don't now.
Anderson. Well, no, not if they bring it back, they don't. But
Yeah.
the last one, I was like, man, that's the collector thing.
So would you go and get this one knowing it's
No.
going to be the first one back?
No.
No. That's Lori Harvey, right?
Dang, girl.
Hold on.
Get rid of that pop up.
There you go. She's a pretty lady.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, and she doesn't look so much like her dad. It
She
makes you
don't look nothing
uncomfortable.
like her
no,
dad.
no,
No, it's like if you hook up with Eminem's daughter, you will not stop thinking about Eminem. She looks a lot like
Yeah.
him, and it makes me feel weird.
I mean, she's married too, so.
Well, I'm just saying that some people really look like their dad. Some
That's
girls
true.
do, and it's like,
There's
I
some
don't
folks
want,
that really
I
look
can't,
like
I can't have that.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
still tripping about Bill and Bill.
that
Bill
was
and
wild,
Billy.
man. You got
That
watch
is
the video.
wild.
You got to watch the little thing.
Yeah.
I will watch that. That's
Yeah,
wild.
no, I'll
Dude,
give
I
that-
would be pissed.
I'll give
Oh,
Howie Mandel credit that he pulled off probably what'll be one of the most watched videos in ages.
Bill
I mean,
Burr
it'll be
was
way
like-
up there. But Bill Burr was.
I'm surprised nobody threw
Listen,
hands
Bill
with him.
Burr, you could tell that he held back
No,
to be a
Bill Burr
professional,
wanted to
but
do
he was
more.
pissed.
Yeah.
He was legit.
I want to see.
As was
Corrigan.
Corrigan.
Bill and Billy.
But it was Bill. It was more Burr though.
Burr was the one completely
He
set
was
up.
like more hurt by the whole situation.
Yeah.
It looked like though, like he was like more vocal about how his dad was this and that. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
well, apparently, Burr has bad feelings about his dad.
Right.
His dad and him. Apparently, dad was a whore. He bounced. He wasn't there for him. Whatever the case was. So it's some unresolved trauma, I guess, for this guy.
His mom asked, like, do you know who Bill Burr is? And he was like, no, I didn't know who he was at the time. And then he got famous as a comedian and stuff, and now it's like blew up to this big stuff. I'm like, what's the odds of that, man? Like,
but you would be surprised to know, because we played the sick game at home, because we were like, okay, so which one of the kids are more successful? Who do you think's worth more? Billy Corrigan or Bill Burr?
Corrigan, man. Corrigan, man.
Yeah.
He played arenas and stuff.
60 million, and Burr's worth 20.
Yeah.
Bye, Kristen. Have a good day.
Where's she going?
Going to work.
Oh, well.
She got work, man.
She's the one
happy
making the
dental
real money.
work. Happy dentist work. That's
right.
Don't let nobody bite you, girl.
What were we just talking about? I got
Bill and
distracted.
Billy.
Oh, yeah.
Who made the most money?
I was surprised, though, that I knew Smashing Pumpkins were pretty big.
Man, they
but I didn't realize they
stuff,
were
man.
that level big.
Man,
but he
big.
also owns NWA.
Yeah.
Which is a large, not the rap band,
like, what?
but the wrestling organization. He has a large professional wrestling group that he owns.
I didn't know
I
that.
know, it's wild.
I don't know where they're aired, where they come on, or anything about them, but he was talking about it briefly during the interview. So I'm sure that's got something to do with his money as well.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but when you look at them side by side, I mean, you go,
see it. Yeah.
No, they look like brothers.
They're both bald headed. Yeah.
No, they have super similar.
They're both named Bill.
They got the same round face.
That's the messed up part. Dad named them Billy and Billy.
Bill, man. I wonder how many Bills are out there that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's multiple Bills. Like,
if he has more Bills?
Yeah, if there's like 20 Bills out there.
It's like
other brothers.
The Billiverse.
They got enough money. Maybe they can like pool their resources, and we can get a sweet little Netflix documentary, like a 4 or 5 part documentary, where it's like them coming together and find out how much they really love.
When I found out my name was Bill and there was others out there,
and then
I
they
went
go
on the search.
All
they
Bills.
go on a journey to find all the other Bills, and they're all named Bill or like Wilhelmina.
All
or
Bills
something.
will have to look into.
If your name is Bill, you might be.
Look in the mirror, Bill.
Oh my God, it's like a class action lawsuit.
Oh yeah.
All the 23s and me.
Did your parents name you Bill?
Yes.
Do you look like Billy Corrigan?
I'm a Billy
or Bill
man.
Burr? Call this number right now.
You may be entitled to compensation.
You may be entitled to some of Billy Corrigan's money.
This is because we care.
Or Tia Tequila.
Was your mom violated by a man named Bill?
Probably.
So we were. I wasn't finished though. We were talking about this Playboy that's coming out, right? This new print version.
Right.
The return of the spring issue comes after the publication's break from print. The issue will be released at a launch event during the Super Bowl weekend in New Orleans. Now, along with Harvey, the new issue will feature comedian Nikki Glazer.
Oh, girl.
And the yet-to-be-revealed Playmate of the Year. The company announced the return to print in August, but at the time they didn't reveal who would be gracing the cover. So he said the decision to reintroduce the magazine reflects the company's commitment to adapting to the evolving media landscape, blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of...
Is he not dead?
Well, Hugh Hefner is, but somebody else bought it.
Like, who's gonna
somebody else bought it.
Oh, I thought his daughter was running.
No, I think somebody else bought it. I'm pretty sure.
So I wonder if it'll be like more like a penthouse, or they're gonna keep it more classy still. You know what I'm saying? Like I wonder if they'll switch it up or if they'll keep it classy.
I suspect they'll leave it about the same. I mean, I don't know.
Too iconic to be.
Are there still? And I don't know. Are there still magazines that they sell?
There's no
like,
magazine stores anymore, man. We don't have.
That's what I mean. But if you go like to convenience stores, there's no section with.
Well, you don't see that blanked out section anymore.
That's what I mean. You don't go and see hidden magazines at convenience stores because that's where they used to be, right? You go to a convenience store, they'd have them behind the counter.
Yeah,
a lot.
Hastings. Remember Hastings? Used to
Oh
have,
yeah,
like, a
Hastings would
huge
have them.
section in the back
Now I'm
there.
sure you could go to an adult store and they would have something, but they're not
It'd be
really
more
out
videos
there.
nowadays, I think, man, instead of magazines. Like when you got videos
I'm
and you got
checking.
internet, who wants to look at a still picture?
Well, I mean, I know, but I mean, clearly they're putting these
So-
out for some reason. I'm trying to be. I mean,
They're basically being shipped to you at this point. You can do, obviously, via Amazon. You can get the 10-pack with magazines and DVDs, Hustler, Swank, Club, Penthouse.
So you have to-
And then there's Magazine Cafe Store.
so they're still
So
out
they
there.
just went online. They just
So I
went
could
online.
still get butt
get 'em
cake.
from
I just have to
Etsy.
order it.
Etsy, eBay.
Have you ever seen that one?
Biblio.
Do what now?
Butt cake.
Oh man,
The
I've seen
magazine?
some wild ones, man.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Beaver Hunt.
Beaver Hunt.
Ooh,
Yeah.
adult magazines for
There's some
sale,
crazy ones.
68 plus.
There is some wild names out there.
Porn
Yeah.
magazine. Yeah, Barnes and Noble. You can
Barnes
get on your
and
ebook.
Noble.
Barnes
Yeah.
and Noble.
You would think that would be like
Is
their
that still
no-book
open?
list, man. Oh yeah, we
Well,
got one. In,
yeah.
I think
Barnes
we
and
have one in
Noble's
Conway.
still open?
I think we have
It
one in
is.
Conway. No,
In
we have a
Little
Books
Rock?
a Million. We
There's
got a
one.
Books a
There's
Million.
one in West Little Rock. There's one in North Little Rock.
That's amazing.
That's Books a Millions, carry on.
I'm just shocked people still go to buy books in print that much.
My oldest son's big into
hard,
books and
hardback
stuff.
books, physical.
Do a lot, but I mean, it just seems like a much smaller number would buy them now than.
I see
miss
my
those
wife
top-notch
pick up books every
articles.
once in a while. Like, it drives me crazy. I'm like, why are you reading a book?
Well, I mean, I get. Look, reading it on a phone or a pad is different than holding the book and being able to read it and dog ear the page. And there's
I
something
struggled my
about
whole
it,
life
I get.
reading, so that's something I don't do.
Yeah, no, I
had dyslexia, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just something
no,
I just don't do for
I,
fun.
I would say that more people than not don't find reading fun.
I don't.
It's not something that they just want to do
No,
or
I don't get
think
the whole
about.
recreational thing about
Yeah.
it. If that's your thing, that's your thing. It's just not mine.
I like
Yeah, I was just brought up, in my house. That's
Watch
we did a lot of
TV.
reading.
We did a lot
know,
of reading. We
yeah,
still
I
do.
mean, we-
It's just
we
the
did
best
all-
way to escape.
I
is
don't know how to
reading.
describe it. It's just how it played out.
I went
we did a
outside
lot
and
of
played.
reading.
That's how I escaped.
We
when
did
I was a
that
little
too.
I
kid.
couldn't go outside and play. I lived in the hood.
I did
It
too.
was
That's why it made
bad.
it fun.
I might have gotten snatched though.
That's why we
Well,
hung in
it is
groups.
different, I guess, for a girl. But I will admit that there were girls in the neighborhood I grew up in.
Oh, there were girls in our little
and
gangs.
we were running around the streets all the
Yeah.
time. Parents weren't looking.
Oh,
You
man.
could have been abducted
Yeah.
anytime. Nobody abducted
Ride our
anybody I knew.
bicycles like 10 miles away from the house to go
Yeah,
play basketball.
all the
See,
time.
I could do that at my friend's house because they all lived in West Little Rock, but I lived in downtown Little Rock, and
I lived in
that was a no.
Southwest.
Yeah.
When I went to elementary and junior high.
I lived in a place called Cowtown. All the streets were named after cows, like Jersey.
Where was
Edward.
this at?
It's in Conway.
Oh, it's called
and
Cowtown.
now it's taken over.
Is
and
it
it's
still
like
there?
Yeah, it's like a halfway house community now. It's
Oh,
like
really?
Yeah, like a halfway house like brought over all the little houses, and it's like a NA neighborhood kind of like thing.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, that's my old
Interesting.
stomping ground.
Dang.
It's called Cowtown.
Cowtown.
I'm a
Are they
Cowtown
still
baby.
named by all the cow streets?
Yeah, they're still, as far as I know, they're still all Jersey.
But
and
now
all that.
Cowtown's all recovering people.
Yeah, and one time on the news, it's right by the interstate, and a car wreck, and all these cows broke out and were running through Cowtown.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was
Yeah,
funny
We had
when it
cops
happened.
going through the neighborhood, like corralling cows with the cop cars and stuff. Oh, it was hilarious. We
Rick-
found
God.
cops
Rich-
and cows and pigs is what we were saying.
Rich says that they're publishing Playboy again because people
Rich-
miss the
I bet
top-notch
Rich knows.
articles. He said they missed the top-notch articles.
Rich.
Yeah.
Rich has his subscription card ready to go. Hey, buddy! You can get two subscriptions for the price of one. Just pay that
Got
extra.
you hooked up on Amazon,
Yeah.
man.
Latasha said
I'll
she
give you
may
my
see
address.
Kristen today.
Uh-oh.
She said, I got to take my daughter to Dixon Dental.
She don't work at Dixon. No
Oh,
more.
it's not Dixon now?
She used to work
Aw.
at Dixon, though.
Okay. Where's she now?
She
Can you
is
say?
at Linderman.
Linderman.
and Mink.
Change your appointment, Latasha. Head to Linderman. That's what you need to do.
Bundy's wife's up there, though.
Oh, nice.
Where?
At the Dixon. That's where Bundy's
well,
wife works
all right.
at.
Well, then you might see Jamie Bundy.
Yeah, she's in good
Okay, we'll
hands
keep your
still, man.
appointment then. I like Jamie too, so I can't pick between
Right.
the two there. I can't be forced to do that. So let's. How was the break room this weekend? What was going on there?
Break room was good. I mean, we had a steady flow of people come in. My AV system was giving me a couple little issues, so Bundy's going to come by today and take a look at stuff, make sure everything's up and running. But we're gearing up for our open house on Wednesday.
You're doing an open house.
Yeah, it's
so what does that mean?
Well, we're going to have representatives from Alzheimer's Association, a couple of state planning attorneys, financial planners, representatives from Sage Health, home health cares, insurance, all sorts of things. And just basically, it is in honor of a friend of ours that we lost to Alzheimer's about 7 years ago.
Okay.
So we want to bring together all the experts that we have contact with that help you plan for those what ifs. There's information on Alzheimer's, but we've also, like, whether you have any experience with that or not, we're all going to get old. We're all going to at some point in our life probably become disabled in some capacity, and what better opportunity than this, just to get the information on how to protect yourself and your assets and your way of life and your kids and all that stuff. So it's going to be Wednesday at 6:30. At the break room. Just come meet folks if you want to get information on just how to prepare for the what ifs. So I mean, we're
that's cool.
Cleaning stuff up,
Yeah.
organizing, making it look pretty, replenishing our shelves.
Yeah, all your breakables.
So, yeah, having a good time.
Well, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So I know that you guys aren't open today, Chad, but how was the weekend?
I was awesome.
You told
Really,
me
really
like
busy.
Saturday you were super busy or
Yes,
something.
yes. Saturday's our day.
How many bonus holes were installed on Saturday?
Probably 15, close to 18.
Wow,
Yeah.
so
Wow.
it was busy.
Yeah.
Including the Triple H's.
Yeah.
The Triple H.
Today after work, man, I'm gonna.
What did you need a bigger gauge to deal with the Triple H? No, it was still the same.
That's got to do with like the length of the bars and stuff.
Yeah,
like
no,
that
I just
size.
didn't know if everything was larger there, and you had to, I mean,
There's size queens there too.
Right.
might have had a saucer-sized nipple. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure.
Right.
There's lots of them out there.
Man,
Lots of kinds, I'll tell you.
today
that.
after work.
Have you ever had somebody come to you like who had an inverted nipple and wanted to get a bar across it to keep it from inverting?
I tell them that I try not to do those, man. It's just problematic.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
I try not to do stuff that's problematic.
Because I would think if it was, you could use that.
And a lot of
to
girls
keep
think
it
that
out.
they take it and cook it out.
Yeah,
And
it
I
makes
guess
sense.
in theory you could, but it's problematic to me.
Yeah. Okay. What's the problem, by the way?
Well, I mean, you don't want anything to like tear or do anything. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that could lead to stuff like that.
Oh, I got you.
And I always tell them like this: if it makes it hard when it goes down, where do you think the joy's gonna go?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just don't make sense to me.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, what were you saying after work?
Oh,
Or after the show?
Today I get to go meet with a lawyer. And I'm doing turning my business into an LLC. It's
Oh,
like a big thing for
very
me,
nice.
man.
Very nice. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes,
great.
Grow
No,
out
it's-
of my sole proprietor.
Yes.
Well, and that's good
Do that.
because it insulates you and
Yes.
separates you from the business so that
I feel like a big boy.
you're protected in that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
And that's important. man.
Yes.
It's important to you, and as you grow and get bigger, you definitely want to delineate those
I
things.
can hire
if you
my
can.
wife and my kid now as my company and stuff.
Yep.
It's kind of cool, man.
Yeah. Could you hire me?
Yeah. I could hire. I really
Okay,
could.
Push you
I'd
off
rather pay
paperwork.
y'all than the IRS, man. That's
Yeah.
the way I look at it.
I'm gonna come. I want to come put bonus holes in people. So yeah.
Get poked by Patrick.
Do you mind if I'm new? Do you mind if I try out my skills on you
He's
today,
never
ma'am?
done it, but he just wants to try it.
Yeah,
I
let me just
mean-
try to do your nipple real quick. Hold on. If I mess up, don't be mad.
It'll be fine.
Have you seen them commercials where the guy's trying to do something and they're like, hold on, this guy's going to step in for you? We'll have you step in as the piercer.
Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna step
that's
out, and this
hilarious.
guy's going to step in.
Yeah. Have you ever done this? I sure haven't. I'm a comedian.
No.
What?
I
No.
I can make you laugh like hell when I do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Until I mess it up. And it's not good.
Guarding my ladies.
Guarding my lady. That just.
Thinking about the.
I thought you said
inverted-
gardening my ladies.
No,
Oh,
thinking about the
that's a
inverted
different thing.
nipples and the bars and the ripping.
That's definitely a euphemism, though, Chad. I've been gardening my ladies. You know what I mean?
Garden my ladies.
Yeah. It's definitely a euphemism.
Kind of new slang
Is
did
it
you
about
take up?
diddling?
Yeah, I don't know what it
I
is.
feel like
Somebody-
it's about diddling.
Somebody can figure out what that is,
Diddling,
but
diddling.
you know. Yeah, no, I had to do 3 showings when I left after I messed my ribs up, and I had to do 3 showings in real estate, and that was not fun. Every stop I made, I was thinking on the way, I was like, I could call them and tell them I hurt myself and just go home. But I couldn't do it. No, I couldn't do it.
You were
So,
short-winded, I bet, wasn't you, when you was talking?
man, I was short-winded or short of breath, I guess, for a couple hours. Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah. Well, it was just a little more hard to draw in a breath because it hurt.
Mm.
And then what the worst is, I have allergies, and so
Sneeze.
believe it or not, I have an
Oh.
allergy to my own dog. And I love my
I
dog,
do too, man.
so there's no way that that's going to change.
Right.
Because I'm not getting rid of my dog. She's probably only got a couple years left anyway. But what happens is, either you have to cough because you got some buildup, or you have to sneeze. And man, if you got an injury on your rib and you go to do that, as soon as you start to, you're like, oh, yeah,
It's like a toothache.
mhm.
Yeah.
No, it's terrible, man. It was really, it still is painful. I mean, I'm wearing a back brace right now across it just to compress it. You know what I
Buffet
mean?
better look out, man. If I see him in the back alley, I'm gonna bust his
Jimmy
ass.
Buffet,
Yeah.
you better watch yourself.
Buffet.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
push
Watch
your ass,
yourself,
Buffet.
son.
Where's Mama Buffet this morning?
I don't know where
she's
she is.
quiet on the chat.
Well,
are
she
you watching Mama
messaged.
Buffet?
She
Did you have
messaged
words with
me.
this lady or something?
I
She
did
did
have
message
words.
me.
I said hello.
No, she messaged me
I
and
was like,
said,
"What's
"Hey,
up,
I'm
Mama
sorry."
Buffet?
She said she was sorry. She checked on me. Latasha said, "I need my PATP shirt so I can start wearing it out and about and have people recognize it or ask me about it." Yes, you do, and we'll get you one of those for sure. Let's see. Oh, Latasha said
And
she
bring me
heard
that
Cowtown's
baby.
still not a good area.
Oh, it's not, man. It's a horrible area. That's where I was born and raised, though. That's my hood.
Cowtown.
Well, I lived on Willow Street. We were all named after trees next to Cowtown.
Oh, okay. Next to Cowtown.
Yeah.
So you were
Y'all are tree
Cowtown
towns.
adjacent.
But
But
I
you
was-
weren't
I was-
really
I
in
was
Cowtown.
one street.
Don't
You
over.
weren't in
Don't you
Cowtown.
just love it when these
Willow
these
Street.
guys
Okay,
start
all right.
claiming?
No,
No,
what a
no.
Yeah,
poser.
I'll
what a
break this
poser.
down.
What a
Okay.
poser.
What a poser.
If you ever went
Like
behind the
Vanilla
old Walmart,
Ice.
if you ever went behind the old Walmart or the new
It's
Hobby
the
Lobby,
teens.
Why would I go behind
it's
the
the
old
old
Walmart?
street.
Why would I go back there?
Exactly, because that's Willow Street. That's Willow Street. That's where I'm from.
Shit.
I'm from behind
Oh,
Walmart.
I'm from
Okay.
behind
shit.
Walmart.
You understand
Behind
those
Walmart.
dumpsters?
There's a
Yeah.
street behind the dumpsters.
You know, my ex-husband's house was behind Walmart too, like the Walmart in West
It's
Little
probably a
Rock.
hood, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of ish. And we'd
In
sit
West
back
Little
there,
Rock?
and there's like a easement or whatever, and there'd be people walking back there all the time,
Stealing
and
trash.
like, yeah, and anyways, cars and shit. Yeah, it was creepy back there.
Yeah.
I found out
Behind Walmart.
behind Walmart there was a movie theater right there too, and they used to throw away all the old film reels, and we used to go steal them. We couldn't do nothing with them, but we had like
Oh,
ET. We had all
well,
these
if they're
cool
throwing them away,
film
you're not
reels.
exactly
Couldn't do nothing
stealing
with
them. But you do
It's
feel like that when
recycling.
you're a kid, don't
Yeah.
you?
You're like, oh,
You
this
feel
is
like
really
you're
cool.
stealing something.
Yeah.
It's treasure.
Yeah. Well, sometimes people throw away good stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
They do.
they still do. Like,
I swear, people throw stuff in them trash cans and come back when they're working. They throw stuff in the trash and come back and pick
man,
that
look,
shit up. Man.
I learned back when I was, I used to, obviously build furniture out of reclaimed stuff. And so I would, from time to time,
Obviously.
somebody would call me.
Obviously.
Obviously. Well, a lot of people know I
Don't
used to
y'all
build
know
furniture.
this stuff?
Man, he's
I
gonna
used
go
to build
jail.
furniture, all right. But anyway, sometimes people would
dogs.
call
That'll
me
tell it.
Ferrets.
and tell me where people were throwing away stuff that I could use to
Yeah.
make stuff.
Oh,
And so at the Dillards at McCain Mall, from time to time, they throw all kinds of stuff
Oh,
away in
man.
there.
Yeah.
And you'd be shocked at what might be in there. And I mean, stuff that cost a lot of money.
there's TikTok
Mannequins.
people that dump
things like that.
stuff and
Yeah.
stuff, man.
I-
Look what I found.
I had one of the bartenders at 70s Club, Busby.
Busby.
Yeah, he was
Jim Busby?
he was a dumpster diver.
Written. Man, he's too big to be
You remember,
dumpster
Well,
diving,
he
man.
had ladies with him too.
Do
Okay,
you
yeah.
remember a guy back
He
in the
did
day?
hurt himself though.
A
I
guy
bet.
back in the day that used to work at the strip club named Cowboy. He used to work the door.
Yes,
That was my homeboy, man.
I hadn't thought about that. Man.
Cowboy was
but
the man. Cowboy was
Who
a
was
cool
Cowboy?
dude. He used to work the
Cowboy.
door at what was it called at the time? I don't know what club it was. It was either Foxy's.
I can never get the names right.
Visions or Foxes.
Yeah,
it
the
was
times
before the Hippos.
Yeah.
times at Visions.
But yeah, but Cowboy was a bad dude, man. He was he's about 6'5" cowboy, wear a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Real big.
Yeah.
Arizona Diamondbacks fan. Like he was cool. Big dude.
Formidable.
And he was the door guy, like a bouncer, like basically.
He was bouncing too. I seen him grab many people.
You see him trying to like sit in the window or whatever.
Trying to be low key, and he could not be low key.
There was no.
Well, if you're 6'5" with a cowboy hat, I mean, you're going to pretty much stand out.
Yeah.
So big.
Yeah, there's no way you don't stand out.
When you're in there, just see shadows. You see that cowboy hat shadow. You knew to be on your P's and Q's because he would chunk your ass.
Yeah, I bet.
No. Quietly too.
Yeah.
It was weird. Yeah, it's just all of a sudden your feet are being picked up on the ground. And you're like, oh shit!
What's a friend of yours that had a job that was wild to you? You ever had a friend that? Now you were probably the friend that had the job. People were like, "That's wild."
I mean, my roommate growing up was the actual body piercer where I work now.
Really?
Yeah, and I used to go with him, and everybody like, "Oh," and I was like, "Man, does that not get on your nerves? Like everybody knowing who you are?" No, I'm not saying. It's just weird, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he used to be my roommate.
And so then that led to a career for you somehow.
Yeah.
Because you were like, I could probably do it better than you, bro.
When we were hanging out, I never
do it better than
his job, though.
No?
No, never. And we used to laugh about it and shit. I like, how do you do that? Now I do it. It's really wild, man. Like, times change.
Yeah, it is wild, man. It is wild.
I do have friends that have, like, cool jobs, like running the lights at the hall. You know,
oh, that is cool. That's dope.
Stuff like that.
You know,
that's a dope job. Things like that.
Sound people and stuff
sound
like that.
And light people. Like I've always been friends with the DJs and the light people.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
I've always been down with them. I used to hang out in Hollywood's DJ booth and all the time.
You remember back in the day, and probably
when he used to flash everybody his dick. Yes.
We need a button. Amanda.
These buttons suck.
What?
Is that Little John?
What?
It's Little John?
Yes.
What is going on here?
I was in college with a girl who was going to be like a CSI. She was
wow.
crime scene photographer and all that stuff. And that was cool as shit too. Like that was real cool.
Did she graduate? Like, did she actually?
I guess so. I mean, we parted ways. Like, you know, I was going to finishing my stuff. She was going to finishing her stuff. So I'm guessing she was working at like the Sherwood Police Department.
Oh, she's probably legit then, man.
I knew somebody who
probably listening to us right now.
Yeah,
I knew somebody whose job. I met somebody. We weren't like long-term friends, but I knew that I was acquainted with them, and their job was after the CSI. They clean up those crime scenes where, and I was like, wow, that's got to be just brutal. And he was like, yeah, no, I've seen a lot of things. And I was just like, oh.
I think I just wouldn't want to smell the
truthfully
cleaner.
though, Patrick, like I consider your friend. You have one of the coolest jobs
that is,
on radio. Like that's legit.
No, that is legit. I guess. I mean, a lot of people would say that.
People say they come in the shop. You know Patrick. You know,
Yeah, I mean that is cool, and I appreciate you saying that. It is a cool thing. It's always been a cool thing to me to do it. I've always loved it, but I guess a lot of people have said that to me through the years. Like, man, you got the coolest job ever.
Right.
And I'm like, mainly I look up stuff on the internet to talk about and have a good time. And that's true.
Right.
And now I look up less and I just talk to whoever's here and have fun with them. Because it's that's what I was telling people about this weekend. We were talking about it this morning a little bit, which is, and I don't want to get myself. I know I get weirdly emotional at times. I don't know, man. I feel like maybe I'm coming close to menopause. But anyway, it was just such an awesome feeling to look at all of the different people from all the aspects of, when we created this show, this Ark and Brawl, it was going to be a cool event, but it just turned into so much more. There were J.P. Ford and Eugene Belcourt. Who are local comedians, and they were getting to do something that really made them happy.
Living out the childhood dreams.
All these wrestlers were really excited. All the, the business people were excited. Dads After Dark, who were awesome. They were super excited to be part of it. I mean, just everybody had such a good time, and there were no negatives, and that's the kind of thing that I was just, when even though I was hurting, I left and I went, what was dope about that is there was nothing, nobody was hating on anybody. There was every kind of person in the world there. Everybody just had a blast.
No fights broke out.
No, there was nothing even close to that.
That's awesome.
Only in the ring,
Right, right.
But otherwise, it was just the coolest thing just to look around and go, man, we put this together, and it's just such a cool thing. And
yeah.
Definitely,
sometimes it's awesome to sit back and see what's happening, just watch things be their things. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but that's what I was telling, somebody yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah, who was saying something about the event. And I said, but that's why it's called Patrick and the People. It's about,
right.
I said, this event is about the people. And that's who was there. All these different people that have come through these doors somehow, some way, all together. Right. And that was like, wow. And it wasn't just a mildly successful event. I mean, I would say it was wildly successful. I mean, we packed it out. It was literally people sitting where there were no chairs, people standing everywhere.
So you think
people up top?
We do another one.
We're
You think we'll outgrow this room? Is what I'm saying. You think
no, but I think we'll set it up better.
Yeah.
We'll set it up better. Now, eventually, if it continues and grows, then yeah, you might outgrow it. At some point, but I think that next time we'll know better and we can set up some more seating. We could have set up more. We missed an opportunity, a window that someone had offered chairs, and we weren't sure we would really. We were like, I don't know if we really need them or not.
It's the first one, man.
So we, it turned into a good problem, but not one single person was bitching about that.
That's awesome.
Not one.
Nobody's like, I don't have a seat.
Right? No, they didn't. They didn't care. They just wanted.
Awesome.
It was so much fun. They just wanted to be part of it. And what's that?
JP Ford will be joining the commentary team for Vapors Championship Wrestling.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is
awesome.
Up.
That's what's up.
He had
That's
a big
what I'm talking
Facebook
about.
post about it, man. It was awesome.
Listening to
them. He was so hyped about it too, man.
Yeah.
Not just when they finished up and they were starting on the final card, right? And JP and Eugene were standing here. It was like two kids, that had just gotten to, meet, Michael Jordan, or they, live out a fantasy, make a wish thing. They were just so effing high.
On his Facebook page,
Make
he's like,
a
I'm
wish
living
might
out
be a little
childhood
harsh.
fantasies. Like, I'm doing stuff I never thought I'd get to do. Like,
Whatever.
He was really
No, it's true. I think that's exactly right. And matter of fact, Eugene said that he wants to wrestle, and so I introduced him to them, and so he's in
Charles
talks
Manson
to do that.
of wrestling.
I will see him.
Man, I think he'll do it. I honestly do, and I think he'd be good at it. And I think that's great.
I want to see
Mama
him.
Buffet.
Uh-oh.
Mama Buffet.
Did she get Tammy's out there? Hey, Tammy.
Said it was an amazing show. She loved watching all the little kids getting into it.
That's
There
awesome.
were so many kids, and that was the crazy thing is, one of the things I noticed because in here in the studio, and we probably shouldn't have in hindsight because we messed up the board, but
No blame.
in the studio, we had everything set up where it was live streaming in here on the big monitor, and so a lot of people were standing back here watching on the monitor.
Mm-hmm.
And what struck me was hearing the crowd chants because they were doing these different chants, this is awesome, or chanting for a certain wrestler, but everybody was into it. And it was just like, wow, this is like going to a real big time professional event, and it streamed well. I mean, we had several thousand people watching the live stream.
I was on there.
That blew my mind when you told me that this morning.
Yeah, I think there were at least 4,000
That's awesome.
watching the live streams.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. It's great, and just looking at the quality of that stream and the way it was set up and the cameras that we had set up because we had multiple camera angles. We put a mic under the ring.
Oh, I was wondering because you could hear the.
Yes, we had a mic
so
we
crazy.
put under the ring
That was smart, man.
just to catch the sounds of the ring bouncing.
Yeah, that was real smart.
Yeah, and it really worked well because
it worked real well.
it gave it a much more dynamic feel.
Man.
You didn't it?
Yeah.
Man.
Listening on the other end, you heard it for sure.
Yeah, and that was something. I have to tell you that Gunner had the original idea. We were going to put them on the ring corners, but then someone said, man, it could get damaged. It gets wild. He said, but put it under the ring. And so that's what we did. And man, did it turn out. The sound you could hear every time somebody hit the mat. It sounded so good. And I was like, wow, that's great, man.
I seen on Brandon online talking about how he couldn't make it to the event. That made me feel bad, man. Like, next time, Brandon, reach out. If I'm coming, I got you, man. I don't care if I have to pick you up. Like, I got you. If I'm coming, I got you.
You hear that?
I promise you.
You hear that?
My Challenger's got a big old trunk. I know we can get everything in there.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
We'll get it handled.
Latasha said, Chad is hood. Willow is definitely the hood of Conway. See, she got your back there. She got your back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
6,000 views.
6,000?
Is that what it was? 6,000. Wow. 6,000 even. That's crazy. I know that I just was getting some stat updates this weekend. I know in the past 28 days, we've had 32,000 views on Facebook alone.
That's awesome.
So thank you to everybody out there, by the way, for all of that. It's really dope that you guys are doing that. Listen, as much as I'm going to be honest with you, this mic situation, this board situation is driving me crazy. Combined with the noise,
they are banging
out here. So I know that some will be disappointed, and I'll take the blame for it. But I didn't want to not come in and do a show today, even with the board down. So we went with the secondary board. But this, between the noise and everything, it's a little too much. I can't control this. So we're going to end it early today, but we'll be back in full swing tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a full board and our mics back, and it'll be a little bit better. But I didn't want to not come back after Ark and Brawl and talk about that and talk about the success of the event, and just so thankful. What I love, and I hope what everybody loves, is this is a show, ultimately, even though we have fun and we say a lot of stupid shit, it's a show about lifting each other up. And this weekend, nice work. This weekend was a great example of that. I feel like, Ark and Brawl is the first super great example I have of us really elevating each other, everybody benefiting from it, everybody gaining from it, and everybody feeling good.
I promise. The next one
you say next time I'm gonna be there. All right. Well, fair enough. Well, keep spreading the word, keep sharing the news. We got a lot coming up this week. We got a great musical guest on Friday. I've got some other great guests.
Is that comedian, the magician, going to be here? Is that who's coming? I see they have a magician comedian up there.
Let me tell you who's coming. Hold on. I'll tell you.
I can't remember his name, though.
Really quickly, let me tell you who it is.
I was just curious if it was him.
No, it's fine. I've got time here.
They had, like the comedians that do like the magic and stuff. Yeah. He was one of those. I was like, that's kind of different and cool.
So when is okay? It looks like Alex Ortiz is who will be here.
This is a white dude.
Yeah, he's not that. So Alex Ortiz, it looks like, is who will be our guest.
Gotcha.
And also, I've got hand me one of those, would you? I'm supposed to, I believe, this week interview Richard M. Anderson, who is a scientist, literally, and he's written some science fiction books. So we're going to interview this author. I think I've got another interview with a guy who has rubbed elbows with every big comedian in the world, owned 21 comedy clubs. We've got a whole good lineup this week. So stay tuned, spread the word, tell everybody, patrickandthepeople.com. And again, let me just say we love you, and we're thankful mostly for you out there. We'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Peace.
Love you, bye.
Late.